Hello, welcome back to Building Andea episode 2. In this episode, we're actually going to be building stuff. As in, the last episode, I didn't actually build anything. We are in Lynnridge in Andea. You can also hear construction, maybe outside, and a car honking. So that is going to be a theme throughout today's episode, so just bear with me. But yeah, this is a house by Oasis and Tuli, which is pretty cool. Also, I am going to be lagging a little bit. I do have my render distance cranked up, as you can see. Over there, you guys recognize that house? It's my log cabin, which I thought did a pretty good job of. I built that probably 2 years ago, and I made a video on it. Well, I made 2 videos on it. One of the ones did quite well. It's the tour video, but yeah, thought it was pretty cool. A little ATV that's not mine, but the house is mine. Yeah, so this is Lynnridge in Andea. I'll put a map up right now. It is kind of in the northwest corner. It is loosely based on North and West Vancouver, not within the city of Vancouver. North Vancouver is different than Vancouver. West Vancouver is also different than Vancouver. North Vancouver is north of Vancouver. West of Vancouver is also north of Vancouver. But you know what, just look at Google Maps. That's probably easier to explain. So what I'm doing today is I pasted this house in yesterday because it was originally built in a flat world. And there is somebody that wants another house plot. So I am going to make some. I also have to slowly figure out roads here. The idea is that each of these houses aren't supposed to be able to see each other, at least when they're up near this. Also Lynnridge, L-Y-N-N Ridge. The reason why it's called that is because of this right here. So I have named this Lynnridge. So yes, it is based on Lynn Canyon in North Vancouver. There's a very beautiful bridge up there. The canyon, of course, is beautiful as well. But if you're ever in the Metro Vancouver area, definitely go check that out. Don't go to the Capilano Suspension Bridge if you don't want to spend money. It is, I mean, I don't know, I haven't been there. I was going to say it's pretty, but I haven't been there. But I'm guessing it is. But if you go to the Lynn Canyon Suspension Bridge, that one's actually free. So just a little tip for you. Go there instead. All right. I would like to clear out a little bit of space so we can have a couple more houses maybe. Let's do that. The next one, I think, so house is right there. Next one I think is going to be right here. So I'm just going to slowly get rid of these. So the other house is about 35 by 35 blocks. So I would like to keep it pretty similar. My house over there is quite large, so I think maybe on this side the houses are going to be a little bit larger, but honestly I'm not sure yet. It just depends on the clearings, right? Because it is kind of a function of the the space in the clearings here. Up here is the national park. You can see the mountains sort of loading in, and there are a lot of mountains as you go north. I'll put up another screenshot of Andea right now, but yeah, as you go north you do get the national park. It is run by one of our staff members, Jay, and we had talked a few months ago about the boundaries between Lynnridge and the national park. And what we agreed upon is basically don't build up on top of this ridge and you're good. That's pretty much it, right? So this way's north, don't build on this ridge, and that should be good. I gotta make sure I remember which clearing I was getting rid of. Was it this one? I think it was this one. Yeah, okay. But yeah, so every time I pick a clearing, I just have to be careful that you cannot see the other house. So you can see it right there. But when you're on ground level, you should not be able to see it. Maybe you could see it if you look through the trees. I think I can kind of see it, maybe. I'm not sure. But yeah, it's supposed to be relatively private. And if you can't see it, I'll probably just copy and paste some trees to kind of densify it here. But yeah, it's sort of a Pacific Northwest theme, like sort of an, I was going to say overcast, but there's no clouds right now. All right, that's fine. Can I turn on clouds? Let me try that. Haha, there we go. All right, we got some Minecraft clouds. It's been a while since I've had these on. I actually love them. I know it doesn't really fit because CubePack is like super realistic, and then you got these blocky clouds, but I don't know. I like it. I'm gonna keep it. It gives kind of an element of Minecraft back. So I'm definitely gonna keep those. I love deforestation. Get out of here. Old growth, more like no growth. Okay, to make my life a little bit easier, I'm gonna try a polygon selection with world edit. I don't know if this is gonna work, but we are about to find out. So I have to be really careful with where I place my positions here. Okay, I think that should be okay. So now if I take this, yeah, these trees are made up of a lot of different things, right? CubePack is really cool. That's a spruce sapling. So if I replace hand 0, You can see slowly disappearing. There you go. All right, that was definitely a lot easier than doing it by hand. I don't know why I did the first one by hand. All right, come here. Get. There you go. Aha, that's a lot easier. So now I just have to go around and see if I clipped anything or missed anything. See, like this. Got to get rid of that. And see, these trees will be a little bit flat. Or no, okay, never mind. I did a good job. But sometimes if you clip some of the trees with World Edit, then they will be flat. You just got to fly around to make sure. See this? Just trim that a little bit. And you can tell by just kind of flying back and taking a look at this tree here. All right, that's not too bad. I think maybe that one. Yeah, there you go. All right, it's kind of, you know, maybe I'll make it a little bit larger. But, oh, hello, Cloud. How you doing? What's up? What's going on? But yeah, maybe I'll make it a little bit larger because that other one does seem to be... Yeah, okay. All right. Yeah, I'll take out a few more. This time I'm going to go with a cuboid selection. So for those of you that are not familiar with World Edit, that just basically means it is the normal selection. So what am I doing? This, okay. Come on, brain. Let's go. More coffee. Hold on. Coffee break. Let's go. Ah, delicious. All right. Okay, my brain has brain juice. Let's go. Oh, also, I had an idea, kind of related to this video. I had an idea to essentially be a Minecraft City consultant. So if you want me to, maybe, I'm not saying I'm going to do it yet, I'm just saying I'm kind of thinking about and exploring the idea. If you'd like me to basically be a consultant for the design of your Minecraft city, send me an email to contact@alpine1.co, not .com, .co, make sure you get that right. Send me your plans of your Minecraft city. Send me some screenshots. If you have a map, that would be fantastic. But any planning material you have, ideally, if it could be condensed, something that I can read in 5 minutes or less, that would be perfect. Because yeah, I think that would make some interesting content for you guys to watch. Checking out other people's Minecraft cities, not just in-game, but checking out the plans and kind of not criticizing them, but critiquing them and giving suggestions for improvements. So if you think that would be potentially interesting to you, then yeah, send me an email. Ideally, if you could put together a PDF, but I'm not going to be too picky. Just don't make me download sketchy stuff, please. That's all I ask, but yeah, contact@alpine1.co. Okay, trees, which one are we getting rid of? Okay, I think I'm going to get rid of this one, and then this cluster right here. Sorry, I'm moving around. Hold on. These ones right here. I'm going to get rid of those, and then I think that should give us enough space for a nice house. Not for me, but for somebody else. And now we just rapid fire this command. Boom, 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 boom. Did I screw that up? I did. I definitely did. All right, get out of here. No more trees. Ha ha ha! Get deforested, idiot. And I just gotta grind these stumps down, a little something like that. All right, there we go. Okay, not bad. All right, there you go. There's another house plot. I don't know if you guys watched this series a while ago, but you guys know Shiftmaster from World of Corellis? He used to do a series called Life of an Admin, where basically he would go around sort of creating lots and, you know, different parking lots and road structures so that other people could build. I feel like this is exactly what I'm doing right now, but on a bit of a different scale. Okay, so I just sent a message to the person that wanted a house plot. Now what I have to do is basically give them some requirements on some signs, because you don't want their driveway facing the wrong way. You don't want it to be like too high or anything. Like, you don't want them to build a skyscraper. So yeah, let's figure that out. So this way is north. This one over here, if we take a look, again, sorry for the lag a little bit. I added a whole bunch of stuff. Right, if you want to pause to read it, you can do that. Oh yeah, look at that. Tuli and Oasis. Should I give you guys a little tour of this? You guys want to see a tour? Let's do a little tour. Let's start from out here. And then we'll go back, and then we'll add basically these signs over there. So yeah, here is a modern house by Tuli and Oasis. Originally built in a flat world, now it is placed in Andea, but it was built for the purpose of this area. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Got a nice column here. I'm really a big fan of these materials, so I love the use of dark colors, and then they combined it with this sort of almost spruce looking wood. And the idea is that it should match the type of wood of the trees around, right? So you have all these really tall like pine trees or spruce trees or whatever you want to call them. And they match that, which is good, right? Because if this was like a light birch color, it probably would not fit this area, right? That probably wouldn't make a whole lot of sense. I also like that they used a lot of stone, a lot of this natural stone, and then some of this over here, which is pretty cool. I like that it blends in because occasionally around here, I guess you kind of have to go up into the mountains a little bit, but you do have a lot of exposed stone, which I think is pretty cool. So it is 3 floors. This is your main floor. You do have a floor down here, and then you have this one up here, and I'm really a huge fan of this area right here. Look at this. Look how nice this is. You just walk out onto your deck. Look at this. And you're just on the treetops. Check that out. And I guess my render distance is up pretty high, but yeah, you can pretty much see the water way down there, almost. Yeah, you can see it through the trees. Yeah, it's pretty cool. All right, so over here, it's kind of a little spot to hide out. I also really appreciate the green roofs here, and then the skylights. Check that out. That is very, very cool. Okay, so we're gonna go back. Actually, you know what? Let's start from the start. That's probably a good idea. So this driveway, I'm not sure which direction it's going to connect yet. I still do have to make the roads. It's either going to go across here or kind of down here. But either way on the signs, I basically said, don't worry about the driveway. I'll figure that out and we'll have a chat. But yeah, this is in Quebec. Lots of really cool features here. I'm not quite sure how they did that, but that is quite cool. So in the front entrance, this is made of redstone. That's why I can walk through this. Another fancy Quebec feature. But if we walk inside to the left, you have this beautiful kitchen with some very nice skylights up top. ED corner, definitely got to get that little breakfast nook or dining table in there. That's really nice. Look at all the trees back there. Look how pretty that is. And then a little spot out here. That's nice. That's nice. You could put a little table out here maybe. That'd be kind of cool. Yeah, and then back inside, what do we got? Over here we have living room. Very nice. This is super nice. I love the trees. One of the requirements on the signs, I'm basically like, don't cut down the trees, please, because they're really, really nice. And that's kind of the theme of this area. But yeah, I really like it. Down here is the master bedroom. You got a walk-in closet with an accent wall. Very nice. Ensuite bathroom. Very cool. Yeah, it looks good. All right, and we go all the way up here to the top floor. So we're greeted by this entrance. Very nice. Lots of windows, which I appreciate. And okay, let's go on this one. What do we got? Bed with storage under it. Very nice. And then this is the entrance out onto the deck. Very cool. And if we go back this way, what do we got? You got a bed, nightstand, a little workstation, a book shelf. That's my favorite. I need a book shelf. What do you guys think? You guys have a book shelf? Bookshelf and storage. What's a bookshelf? I don't know what that is. Over here, what do we got? Bed with storage under it. That's cool. Nice. It's a nice little corner in here. This is super nice. Yeah, this is a cool house. I'm excited to see when it's furnished as well. But yeah, it's going to be pretty cool. All right. Okay. Let's go all the way back here to this section. Actually, I'm going to go back and steal those materials. Let's see. Okay. Which signs do I want to steal? This green is basically talking about the neighborhood itself. So this area is a reflection of a rainy, overcast Pacific Northwest suburb/rural residential area. The houses in this area should not be able to see each other when standing on the ground. Sorry for flicking that. My finger slipped. Don't worry about it. An example of the neighborhood design is Horseshoe Bay in the district of West Vancouver near the ferry terminal. Sort of, kind of, except I want it to be even more private. Potentially. I'm not sure. It depends how many people want to build houses here. That's really going to be the driving factor in this density. But yeah, I will copy this. If I could type correctly, that would be great. We will fly over here, and I will just paste this in. That did not work at all. Why did that? All right, let me figure this out. I think it's because I had the wrong type of selection on it. I think I had a polygon selection, and now I have a cuboid. So let's try this. Is this actually going to work? I don't know. There we go. All right, cool. Okay, let's add a couple other requirements here. Okay, there we go. Okay, so this is for Tuli. So construction must be complete by December 31st, 2024. Today is October something. What day? I don't know. It's late October 2024. So that gives you a good 2 months, 2.5 months to build. So I like to sometimes put these sort of deadlines on it just to make sure that it's not going to be an empty house forever. And if it is, then, you know, we'll have a chat and then we'll figure it out. You may build up to 2 blocks from the trees, and also you may not remove the trees. Please do not touch the trees. I like my trees, please and thank you. So there are a couple reasons for this. One of them is the roots, right? Trees have quite large roots, and if you're building right on top of them, then the trees, it's going to screw with your foundation, and then it's just not going to be a good time from a building engineering perspective. And also, right, again, the idea of this area, as described there, is to make it blend into the landscape. Another requirement, use the same materials as your previous house or similar in color. And by previous house, I mean this one right here. And then the last part, the maximum building height is Y122. This level here is 105, so 122, that brings it up to right about here, I'd say. So you can't really go over the top of the trees, which makes it so that if you build another house somewhere over here, you're not going to be able to see that house unless you fly over, which is, you know, kind of the whole point. Oh, and one last requirement, driveway must be facing north. Don't build it yet, please. This way is north. Again, kind of the same idea with that one. I am planning to put the road on the north side, so that's just kind of the intention behind that. Okay, so I think I'm going to design a couple more lots because I personally want to build a house myself. But yeah, I'm playing on Cubed. You can see the IP for Java 1.14.4 down at the bottom there. There's my handy bowl of fruit. But yeah, if you want to come here, go to warp andea-lynnridge. Andea, there you go, like that. Just type that and you'll spawn basically right down there. Also, once you get on the server, type /Discord. There you go. Type that, type Discord. You can join the Discord. It's a fun time. You can chat with me in the Alpine topic if you would like. Okay, so for the next lot, I think I'm going to have a road that goes right up here. Again, I'm very sorry for the lag. Click like, so maybe I can upgrade my PC. So that's the lot we just made. The road is going to go approximately where my cursor is. It is going to go down this slope here. Holy lag. Come on, computer, get it together. Let's go. I really wish Distant Horizons worked properly for 1.14.4, but that's another discussion. So this road is going to come down this way, and I think going up the side of this road, we can have some houses that aren't, you know, to the same level of privacy that these ones are over here, because there's obviously not enough trees. So yeah, maybe we'll do something like that, a little more dense. They will be on diagonals, which is going to be tough, I guess. Not necessarily for road building, but for house building, it's going to be a little bit annoying. But that's part of the challenge, so I think we're going to go ahead and do that. Or another option, instead of having the road that comes there and then goes down this slope, since there's this lot, this house, and then my log house / cabin over there, we're going to need a road over here anyway. And I think we were thinking of, I think we were thinking, I don't know. It depends on the day. But down here, we do have a bit of a peninsula. So you do have the water on either side, right? You do have these like very large flats. So you can't build on there, but you can build on this grass here. So I think we're going to put some houses here. So that means we will need, that means we will need a road that connects sort of down here, but I don't really want the road to be visible from the water. I'm not sure yet. Maybe I'll have it down a little bit because I do want it to be somewhat private. So maybe I'll go ahead and make some lots over here instead. Maybe. I don't know. Okay, let me do some thinking. I'll be right back. Oh, I have an idea. We could have the road come across here and then go down this way. And this is exactly north. So we can see the blocks there. There you go. This is exactly north. So maybe I'll put the road straight down here. And maybe not straight down, but pretty well close to it. But yeah, again, I just have to be careful about the privacy because I do want it to be quite private. Okay, I think I'm going to lay it out. I'm going to position one there. I'm going to put a position 2 right here. And then do a line in the sky just so we can kind of roughly map it out from the air. There you go. That doesn't look too bad. Okay, so it's far enough away from this house. I think it should be okay. Obviously, the trees are quite low here, and you are going to be able to see this road. However, I think I'm going to take some of these trees and then densify it right along here so that if you're in this house and you're on this beautiful, beautiful deck, you're not going to be able to see it because I personally would not want to see the road if I'm way out in the woods. Okay, so the way I'm going to do this is I'm going to go down here. We're going to try. I don't know if this is going to work, actually. I have no idea. Okay, so I'm going to go way down to the ground, directly below the line. I'm going to select this one as position 1. I'm going to fly all the way down here. This is really sketchy. I have no idea if this is going to work or not. You know what? Maybe I should consider how I'm doing this before I do it. Okay, maybe I'll add a global mask of air. So if I do / line yellow and a thickness of 4, it'll do that. Right, so this is just to see where it's actually going to go. So it does not replace the trees. Okay. Now, one of the things in road design is cut and fill. One of the things, what am I talking about? One of the engineering principles in road design, it's called cut and fill. So basically, if you draw a straight line like this, you can see that there's a bit of a gap here. So underneath here, you theoretically would have to fill all of this in to actually get up to your roadway. Another thing you do have to consider is the drainage on your road, because if your terrain dips down, you have your road at the bottom and then it goes up again, all the water is going to pool on the road and you really do not want that. So that is something that I have to figure out. Man, I really feel like I'm just scouting out the woods, trying to get these trees out of the way. There's really no easy way to do this, right? Because if you cut straight through it, your trees are going to look weird. Man, this is tough. Okay. I don't know how I'm going to do this. I really don't know how I'm going to do this. I might just start doing it by hand. So, okay, you have a bit of a gap there. Okay, step 1, let's actually figure out how wide I want this road to be. That's probably important. So, first of all, is this light gray? Is that our... Hold on. That's not the right one. I got to find a road material. Cyan... Oh, yeah, there you go. Cyan terracotta. So, in CubePack, this is our default road material, right? See that? Very cool. So, we're going to use that. We're going to use that. We're going to check that out. Okay. So let me go down here. I think for the width of the road, maybe... So our vehicles are typically 3 wide, sometimes 4 if you get trucks. So if you're going to have 2-way, I could probably make it 9, but I don't really want a center line here. I want this to be like more rural roads, if you know what I mean. So no center line, just kind of very, very open, right? So maybe I can do 8, 7 or 8. And then if you do have some large vehicles, then you kind of pull off to the side and figure it out. But okay, let's try I don't know. Let's try 7, because I feel like that's an odd number, and then you can do it on the center line. So let's do 7. Jump all the way down here. And all right, let the road work begin. I sure hope it does. Okay, I think I may have figured something out. So if I do replace near for radius of 5, replacing my hand to 0, that seems to help, right? So you can clear that out pretty quick. It is still gonna cut into the trees a little bit, but it is going to be a little bit easier. Could I just use a polygon selection for this? I think I could. Yeah, okay, I'm just gonna use a polygon selection. That's a lot easier. Selected my points up there. Now I'm gonna go all the way down here, find the end. I'm gonna go down here. Sorry, a bit of lighting glitches. Don't mind that. 1, 2, 3. Let's do 4. There you go. And then find that again right there. 1, 2, 3, and 4. We're going to expand the vertical. And now what we're gonna do is we're gonna take this. Actually, okay. I'm just gonna use my block picker thing. Take a bunch of these. Oh, where'd my carrots and stuff go? Where'd that go? Hello, carrots. Where did you go? Aha, there we go. Okay. And now we are just going to replace all of these to 0. So actually, let me fly up here. Let me give you a pretty good view. See if this actually turns out or not. Okay, let's see if this works. Oh, check that out. Well, that's a lot easier. Okay, not too bad. What are you? Why did you not go? Place hand 0. Yeah, look at that. See, check this out. Haha, not too bad. There you go. You kind of have a bit of a road now. Well, at least a path for a road. So there's going to be a lot of cleaning up that I'm going to have to do. I'm going to have to fix a lot of this stuff. Either take down the rest of these trees or just take the leaves and go like this. But this is definitely one of the challenges when you're building creative cities. Yeah, that definitely happens with trees when you're clearing it out. Okay, so let's get that line out of there. There we go. One thing to consider when you are building roads is ideally if you're building on a slope, if you can, try to build it directly up like this. Because if you're building like on a diagonal, then you don't want your road to be slanted and you're going to have to kind of cut into this. Which, I mean, that is quite normal. You can do that. And in a lot of circumstances, depending on which way your road should actually go, which is the determining factor behind, you know, where to actually build your roads. Yeah, you're going to have to cut into the mountain, sort of create like a notch into it. I don't have any examples around here. There should be some in our highway system in Andea, which is somewhere way down there. But yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'll find some examples for you guys later. I have decided that I'm going to go with a 7-wide road. Yes, you heard that right. It is going to be, actually, I don't know if I want trucks in here at all. Trucks can still drive on this, but if you have, you know, a truck coming down here, you'd better get out of the way. Or if your truck's going up either, because it is not going to stop. So if you drive a vehicle that is not a giant truck and you see a truck coming, you'd better pull off to the side. That's pretty common here in British Columbia. But yeah, we're going to make this 7 across, so I'm going to put this into the ground. And the reason that it's not in a straight line is because this is on a slight diagonal, right? This is north. It's a little bit off to the side. So if I do this and then I make the same pattern up at the top, then it's going to be relatively easy to connect. Actually, oh, one thing I have to make sure, come to the edge of your road, make sure you can actually have a direct sight line right up there. So if I do there and type /J, that's jump. I can come right here and look back down there. There you go. Okay. So now we are going to do 1, 2, 3. Let's see. No, yeah, that works. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. And then obviously it's going to have to connect in there a little bit. But once we get up to here, I think it's going to curve that way. That is not something that I want to figure out right now. We're gonna figure that out later. Hold up? Did I cut it all the way from up here? Was this always here? Yeah, it was. No, it isn't. What am I talking about? Okay, I'm losing it. Yeah. Okay, so I have to go all the way up here instead. So make sure I can see that way down there. It's where my cursor is. Ready? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. There you go. Okay, problem solved. Then I can get rid of this one. Okay, so now it is going to be a bit of a challenge. I might have to do some Googling to see if I can get some new world edit commands, because I can do a polygon selection, selecting here, here, and then the other 2 corners way down there. You can barely see the stripe of it right there. And then I could just do a polygon selection and set this whole thing. Oh, wait, no, but if underneath is, it's still grass. Okay, let me think. Okay, never mind. I think it's fine. I think I'm just overthinking this. So position 1, position 2, going to fly all the way down here. I started using an Elytra somewhat recently. It's so much fun. And 3 and 4. So now what I'm going to do, this is cyan terracotta. Along the way, you have a lot of podzol. Podzol, is that how you pronounce it? I'm not sure. With this foliage here, we are going to want to get rid of that. So let me just middle click, get rid of a bunch of this stuff. I'm going to expand it. Let's do 2 up and 2 down just in case. Replace hand 0. And we're just getting rid of a bunch of this stuff. Let's get rid of that grass. There you go. So what are you? That's still grass. Why are you still here? Do I have G-mask on at all? Get out of here. Why is it not working? Okay. World Edit doesn't like me today. Okay, I'll be right back. Okay, I think I figured it out. I just had to type it because it was wheat. So that seemed to fix it. Okay. There you go. Look at that. Not too bad. It is quite steep once you get up here. This is already a very steep road. I know Minecraft kind of skews the perception of it, but this is very, very steep. This is a steep road. All right, whatever. It works. Okay. So now what I am going to do, I am going to... Oh, I lost... Nope. Here we go. I'm going to replace 2 with my hands. There you go. And then I'm going to replace podzol with my hand as well. And then, okay, what else are we missing? 3 is dirt. If you're old like me, even though I'm 25, I'm not that old, it's fine, don't worry about it. Then you probably still use IDs instead of the actual names. What is this? Gray concrete powder? Let's get rid of that. Haha. Look at that. That honestly was not as bad as I thought it was going to be. Okay, I'm glad I took a little while to think about how to design this thing. Now what I have to do is basically just fly up and kind of even it out a little bit, right? Kind of try to make it a little bit symmetrical. There you go. So that doesn't look too bad. So these ones line up so you don't have to touch that. That's fine. So if it does dip in like this, basically just cut it in. And then this one you can expand out. Expand. This, obviously, you're going to want to get rid of that. And then just little stuff on the side. There you go. That's not bad. Not too bad. And then, of course, depending on the angle of this, you may decide to leave it. I think I'm just going to do that just in case. This one, maybe I'll put it out like this, so it's 2, 2, and 2. Okay, so I guess the road width is a little bit variable, but you know what? Whatever. We're up in the mountains. It's fine. It's fine. Don't worry about it. And again, you get these kind of weird angles. So again, you can do stuff like this. So it just makes it look a little bit better. Right? It's just cosmetic for the most part. This, I can get rid of that. Push that in there. Actually, you know what? No, I'm gonna fix that. And here you can... No, I'll do something like this instead. Oops, I skipped this one. Okay. Cosmetic, that's all you're doing. Just making it look pretty. That's got to get out of here. Okay, yeah, there you go. And then up here, we'll deal with that. Maybe not today. Probably not today. But yeah, there you go. That is the first official road in Lynnridge. Look at that. That is pretty cool. I really feel like I'm up in the mountains. There we go. Nice cinematic shot. Oh, hello, tree. Yeah, look at this. I love this road. That's so cool. Nice. And then you get the beautiful house right there. Okay, I am actually curious if you can see this road from this house. I'm pretty sure you can. So if we fly over here, yeah, I mean, you can kind of see it through the trees, but yeah, I may decide to put more trees along here because I do really want it to feel quite forested. I mean, it does already feel very, very forested. We're definitely in a forest, but yeah, I want it to feel extra foresty, extra pine-y. Okay, before I can move on to anything else, I am just going to clean up this area because you don't want little floating bits of trees around here. Get that out of here. Nobody wants that. And then we're going to see a lot of trees that were kind of cut off. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to grab a bunch of this stuff and I'm going to expand it out a little bit, right? So that it doesn't look as cut off, right? You can clearly tell that this tree was basically cut in two. So we can build it up like this. As long as we're not going too far into this road, that should be okay. However, you still will get some stuff like this. So there used to be the trunk of a tree right through here. So this one has got to go. But you can see there's another tree right beside it that has the trunk. So you just got to be careful to keep that one. There you go. See another one there? So just be careful up at the top here. And yeah, I can probably bring this out by one. This is very, very small details. But yeah, there you go. That doesn't look too awful. Not too bad. I love these tall trees. Look at that. That's so cool. I wonder how many times I say the words "so cool" in my videos. Can somebody count? Can somebody go watch all of my videos and count them, please? This is not a ploy for me to get more watch time. Don't worry about it. Also count how many times I say don't worry about it. Whoa, he's self-aware. Well, now he's self-aware about being self-aware. Whoa. Here's another one. See how that's not attached to anything? Gotta get rid of that. And you got another tree who's kind of cut off. I'm sorry, tree. I'm sorry. Whoop, that is not the right kind of leaf. Grab, is it only spruce? I'm grabbing them. Hello. Oh, okay, we got some beetroot seeds. Might have been from that other tree, but that's okay. To be honest, I thought this one road would take so much longer than it did. There you go. Getting rid of the extra stuff is most of the work, I guess. But yeah, honestly, I think it turned out quite well. There's also something about just going around after you use World Edit to just cut down kind of the rest of these trees. Oh, there's a big one. Yeah, gotta get rid of this one. But I don't know, there's something satisfying about it. I feel like I'm actually out in the mountains. I mean, I don't actually feel like it. I'm sitting at a computer right now, so obviously that's quite different. But I don't know, there's something calming about just going around and just being forced to work with your hands instead of using World Edit all the time. It's kind of nice. Okay, I think I'm done cleaning it up. I don't think I missed anything. So now my next step is to go steal some trees that I did not build and place them around here to kind of add a little more variety. I think that'd be pretty cool. All right, I am here in cubed tree area, warp trees, I believe it is. But there are a couple of these ones here, which I really do like. So I would like to grab some very, very tall ones. Kind of make them stick out a little bit. And kind of eyeballing these ones. They look pretty good. Okay, now I just have to find some room to actually place it. Oh no, I missed one. Oh, lag. Oh, that's bad. Whoa, okay. All right, we're back. Get out of here. So I did say that I wanted some trees up here. So I think actually this is a pretty good spot. Let me try this out. My paste is not working. I used a polygon selection again. Let me try this again with the actual, hold on. So cuboid, position 1. If I could type, go down to the bottom. Make sure I have the whole thing. Position 2. Okay, let's try this again. All right, tree. There you go. Ho-ho. Not too bad. Okay, so I'm gonna have to fix the biomes here. But yeah, that honestly doesn't look too bad. It blends in quite nicely, actually. Yeah, look at that. It's like you can't even see it. Ready? Whoa. Oh, where'd the tree go? Oh, you don't know. Ooh. I would also like to take this large tree. I don't want to go crazy with them. But I would like some old growth trees. This is very nice. I love you, Cube Pack. Cube Pack, you're the best. Okay, so that's tree number 1. Maybe another tree I could place maybe down here. Although it does need a little bit of open room because it is going to take a lot of resources from the other one. What about right here? Okay. So I just have to be considerate of where I'm going to put other houses. I don't think I'm going to put them right by the road. But just in case, I'm going to paste it right there. And again, don't mind the gray there. I'll fix the biomes here in a second. Yeah, look at that. Nice. That's a good looking tree. I like that. Little set biome forest. Yeah, nice. Look at that. That is one big tall tree. That's a beautiful looking tree. Fantastic. Okay, yeah, there you go. All right. So added some extra trees, made a little road there. Not too bad. What are we doing next? Why is there a floating thing up there? That's not good. That's not supposed to be there. Okay, I don't know how this one got pasted in the air. Sometimes world edit is weird. Okay, I pasted it over here. I don't know what's going on. All right. Huh? What's going on? What's going on with my signs here? I don't understand. What? Okay, I'm just going to copy and paste that part again. Okay, I think I solved the problem. That was weird. I don't know why I did that, but all right. Okay, what are we doing next? I think I'm going to add a couple extra lots around here. But if we fly above here, you'll notice this little path. You see that there? The little ATV trail? It's very cool. I talked about this texture in my previous video. But yeah, just a little ATV trail. It's really cool. I originally made this path to connect to my log cabin all the way from down here. You know, I was just having a bit of fun with the trail. I think I'm probably going to keep this trail as long as I can. I just add a little thing here as kind of the marker for the start of the trail. But I think I'm going to try to keep it as long as I can. I would like to make another plot for another house. So I got to scout out another area. I think I'm kind of eyeballing this section right in here. See that? Kind of goes along the edge of this trail. And the reason I am is because these trees are pretty easy to remove. I could just do a quick polygon selection. Maybe I'll do that. That is a pretty good spot, actually. And it's far enough from the road that you can't, like, really see it. Yeah, let's do that. Select poly. Okay. Position 1. Position 2. Do I want to get rid of this one? Okay, so I'm going to face straight down, and then basically I'm making a shape around it. Oops. There you go. Go up here. Go through here. So every time I do position 2, it basically creates a straight line. Expand vertical. Replace hand 0. Select your next block. Same command. There you go. And then get rid of this as well. See how easy that was? Look at that. Now you have a bit of a clearing. That's pretty cool. Okay. Now this, I don't believe is big enough for a house yet, so we're going to get rid of these trees as well. Same thing. Position 1, look straight down. 2, over here. And then I'm just making a shape around it. Being very, very careful not to clip the other ones. Expand vertical. replace hand 0. There you go. And I think I mistyped, but that is okay. That happens. Okay. Get out of here and get out of here. There you go. Not too bad. Actually, I'm going to get rid of this one as well. And use a little bit of polygon selection to clear the rest of that out. There you go. That is another house plot. It is not very large. Along the coast, I think I'm going to make ones comparable in size to this. I think this is probably the maximum size that I would go, right? And the only reason I'm making other ones this size is because I made it. This is my house. I made a house this size, and I think it would be unfair to the other people that build in this world if I only made my house the biggest one. I feel like that would be kind of mean. But I do have to be careful about where I plant it. So I think I'm going to make them in the same area, kind of along this coast here. And then once you go in here a little bit, for the most part, they're going to be smaller houses like this. This is about 35 by 35. Now what I think I'm going to do, I think I'm going to carve out a little bit of a driveway that's just wide enough to connect to this road without having to take down too many trees. So I kind of see a path right here. These trees are in the way. You could actually bring it up to here. So let me use a bit of my engineering. Actually, it's not engineering. I don't know. Sometimes I just say engineering for the sake of saying engineering. But we're gonna put a driveway in here. So I like to take a red nether brick wall and a redstone torch just to mark it out. Something like this. So I just gotta make sure I'm going the right way. Okay. This has got to go. That's definitely gonna be in the way. So we're gonna get rid of this. This is going to be the end right here, and then they can connect their driveway right to this section here. Okay, so this is going to go up. Let's see, where is it? Okay, so you see the marker right there. I have to figure out a way to connect it. You could actually go around here. Yeah, you know what? I don't think you need to destroy any trees at all. So if I do something like this, and the way that I mark this out is it has to be within direct line of sight. So if you are standing right beside this one, you have to be able to see the next one relatively clear. So I'm going to take this out. There you go. Right? Very easy to see. You can also see that one, but I don't want this one to connect directly that way. So I got to put another one pretty much right over here. So I'll stick that there. So these are pretty much right in the center. So if you do ever see these, that means there is a trail or a planned area that is going to go through here. So it's going to be sort of an S curve going through here. I will let whoever builds here decide how they're going to do that. But ideally, if you could make it, a little foresty, that would be pretty cool. Also, if you would like to build an Andea, you do have to be at least a specialist. However, if you are builder 3 and you are quite good at building, then yeah, we'll definitely consider you. Play.cubed.community on Java 1.14.4. Once you get on the server, /apply. We have different ranks. So you start as a visitor, and we do have plots as well, so you can build on the server even if you're not like part of any of these projects. But you start as a visitor, and then after you apply, you can get builder 1, then builder 2, builder 3. After that, you have specialist 1, specialist 2, and above that you have curator, helper, staff, stuff like that. But one of the requirements is you do have to build something on cubes, and I don't remember if you have to build something in CubePack. Definitely check if you are not. But yeah, if you're building in Andea or any of like if you're building in Terra or any of the specialized projects, you need to have something in CubePack on your application. I feel like that's a pretty reasonable request considering these projects are in CubePack. Now, if you do apply, not every single one of your builds has to be in CubePack, but we do need to see proficiency in the pack if you do want to build in some of these big projects. Also, those signs, I don't want to have to keep writing them every time I make a plot. So what I just did is I went over to my log cabin here, and I made a little secret entrance. Back here, these are trapdoors. So yeah, you can come in here, and then here you go. I can just copy and paste this. So this just saves me a bit of time, so I don't have to rewrite signs, because that's quite annoying if you have to do that every single time. Oh, something else I just remembered is a lot of rural roads will have gravel on the edges. I believe this is so that water drains off of it faster. I believe. I'm not a road engineer by any means, but I see it a lot, so I'm gonna do it. Again, building by hand is kind of fun sometimes. Of course, when you build with World Edit all the time, it can get a little bit tiring. But yeah, with CubePack, again, check this out. You got a grass block. some gravel. Look how that connects. I love it. This is gonna take a while. Look at this. See what the podzol does when you put gravel around it. Look how cool that is. That's so cool. It's one side done. Gotta go all the way back up. And the last block. There you go. Check that out. Look at that. That's pretty good. All right. So now something else that I need to consider is drainage, because I live in Vancouver, and this past weekend we had what is called an atmospheric river. Yes, it is an actual thing. There's a lot of people that are not meteorologists that seem to have become experts when it happened. They're like, oh, that's not real. Atmospheric river, that's not a real thing. Man, it's the government. It's like, it's not, but whatever. A very quick Google search will tell you that this term has been around since the 90s, but they're not very bright. But what North and West Vancouver learned is that if you're near the mountains and it rains a lot, then yeah, you're going to have a lot of water to deal with. So I don't know if there's any natural dips in this area. I do see that this is a lighter color, so it could be where water pools, which I think would make the most sense, right? Because it seems to expand out at the bottom here. And then see this over here? See this pattern? It kind of does the same thing. Oh, yeah. Okay. So you do have a tiny little ridge there. This is mini Lynn Ridge. Big Lynn Ridge. Mini Lynn Ridge. All right, so water's going to come down here. So if I do build a road up here, which I think I ruled out because I did build that other one. But if I were to build one here, I would have to leave a lot of room for the water to come down here and drain into the ocean. That's very careful. Nature will destroy everything in its path if you are not careful. That's why engineering is so important. Okay, so we have that house, and then this lot here. I think I want to put another house kind of roughly right here, as long as it doesn't cross this path. And again, I don't think this path is going to be here forever, but maybe it will. I don't know. So I either want to put it here, or maybe I want to make a couple lots along this coast here. Now, when you are designing a city, especially when you are building with other people, you need to be careful not to have too many empty lots. Otherwise, I don't know, it just makes it kind of messy, I find, but I don't know. But again, if you're building your own city, rules don't matter. You don't have to listen to me. I'm just some guy on the internet, so have fun with it. Oh, also the original drawing, or I guess not the original. I did design this house first and then make the drawing after. But this drawing right here is kind of a little sketch of what I envision for this coast. So you have the different houses, and then you have lots of greenery in between that goes pretty much, not all the way down to the beach, but pretty well close to it. You do have to be careful on these inclines and adding trees, because sometimes they don't like it. Trees are weird sometimes, but yeah, that's kind of the idea behind it. Okay, let's try this out. Paste -A. Aha, okay, there we go. Okay, so I definitely need to paste it with the biome. So you have -A, which is without air, and B includes the biome. There you go. Okay, so I'm going to take a bunch of these trees. I'm going to try to divide these properties. I don't actually think I want that tree there. But I'm going to try to divide these properties a little bit so that if you decide to build a house right here, you probably can't see that. So that's kind of what I'm going for. Now, when you are pasting your trees, you are going to want to rotate them in increments of 90. You don't have to do it every time, but occasionally, every couple of trees, you should do that, because otherwise they're going to be identical the entire way down. And you should also vary the types of trees. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to place these ones here, and then I am going to find another tree, different type of tree, and then kind of put them in between, right? Because all of these trees, not all of them, but a lot of them are quite different. You have the small ones, you have the large ones, and you have even larger ones back there. So that's kind of what we're trying to go for right here. That's not looking too bad. So we're starting to get a little bit of separation with a line of trees here, line of trees here. I think this slope could also benefit from some little greenery along the sides, but yeah, it's quite steep. And also anything past here, I believe, is being redone in a new map update. The terrain right now is quite cool, but yeah, it is slowly being developed, slowly being redone. Now I am going to kind of add the same trees while I still have it on my clipboard and bring them down here. And maybe I'll do a couple more this way just to kind of space out the lots a little bit. Okay, there we go. That's not too bad. So now we have an additional 4 lots, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. They vary in width and depth. They are quite a bit different. But yeah, okay. So those are the basic trees, right? Just these ones. They're all the same, just rotated them. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go find another different type of tree, and I'm going to kind of layer into it. It's going to look pretty cool. I think I'm going to take this very tall tree. I'm not going to use it super frequently. Or maybe I will. I don't know. Let me start by copying it. Now I'm just going to do the exact same thing. Paste -A -B. There you go. And then you get these nice tall trees here. Yeah, that looks pretty good. I do. I like that. Obviously, I don't want to overdo it, so I got to be careful with the placement. And there we go. That doesn't look too bad. There you go. So now you have two types of trees. Haha, it's starting to look a little bit better. But obviously, it's quite thin through here. You can still fly through here. So now what I think I'm going to do is I'm either going to grab more bushy trees, but I think they're going to be a lot shorter, if I can find one. If not, I'm just going to get some more short shrubbery, I guess, and try to separate it a little bit. So, all right, we'll be back. Okay, so I'm back in the tree area. This is a very old windmill design. I did not make it. I believe it was Adam, the owner of Cubed, that designed this. I believe it is, but look how cool this is. Or no, maybe it wasn't this one. I think he designed another one. This might be an updated version. It kind of looks like it. But these would be really cool to have offshore. You kind of see them in the distance. Maybe we'll add those. That's not a bad idea. Actually, no, let's... no, okay, we'll do that later. We'll talk about that later. Let's get back to trees. Let's find some more trees. Okay, so for some shorter bushy trees, I do kind of like this one. So I may decide to use it. I just have to be careful because this is not the same type of tree as those pine trees over there. So just gotta be mindful of that. Another thing you have to be careful about, especially when you're pasting these low trees around other large trees, is when you do paste it, you don't want to accidentally dig into the trunk of this one. Like if I pasted one here, either I have to use a global mask or this is going to happen. Either that, or if you don't want to use a global mask, like I'm not currently doing, then yeah, you gotta go out a little bit, right? So you just gotta be careful with your spacing. Exhibit A right here. See how I just screwed that up? There you go. Do something like that. You know what? I am going to put gmask 0 on. Paste -A -B. There you go. So now I can't possibly screw up any of the leaves. Oh, I can screw up the biomes though. All right. Never mind. This is not going according to plan. Set that biome to forest, and then I see another one right here. So we'll go over here and do the same thing. There you go. And we're just going to make sure that there's nothing else that's sticking out here. Otherwise, I think it looks pretty good. Just got to take a nice close look at all of the trees here. I'm just scanning across my screen as I do this. There you go. All right. Okay, I think we're good. Okay, I can't seem to find these little trees in the warp trees area. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to do this. I'm going to copy it. And then what am I doing? Okay, I just expanded it a little bit, and then I'm going to stack one up so that I get it way up here. And now what I can do, and the reason I do this is because in 1.14.4, again, there you go, the column, or it's the most recent version where the biomes are in 1 by 1 by 256 block columns. Now past 1.14.4, yeah, it doesn't quite do that. They did change it. I don't exactly know how, but since we were already building on 1.14.4 here on Cubed in these worlds, if we change our biomes, since our textures are dependent on biomes, it's going to screw everything up. So that's the reason why we have not upgraded to, 1.21 or whatever it's on now. Work in progress though. No timeline, but stay tuned. Yeah, there we go. So now we have the tree. So I can position 1, position 2, just make sure I am in line. Maybe I'll go out here a little bit. And then we're going to go down here, copy -B. Actually, let's do cut -B. Why is that not working? Oh, I have a Gmask on. Cut -B. No, why is that not working? Come on. Okay, let's try this again. Copy -B. Actually, cut -B. Yes, there we go. Okay, that should work. Okay, no time lapse for this one. I'm just going to paste them in real quick. -B, -A. Order doesn't really matter which when you do that. There you go. Okay. So now we have 4 different types of trees along here. Well, kind of. Let me add the trees first. Hold on, I'll be right back. Pasting some stuff in. There you go. I just added a Gmask of 0, which is air, grass, and wheat. So I believe this. Yeah, this one's wheat. This one's grass. So I just have to be careful where I place them. But yeah, so as I continued to add these trees in, the little small ones here, I want to add them more down towards the beach because I don't really want like super large trees like this. At least, well, I mean, I still want them, but I just don't want them as close to the beach. So I'm going to kind of taper it down a little bit, as you can sort of see. Oh, I gotta fix this. I'll come back and fix this later. But yeah, just kind of densifying this area. Even though densifying is usually used when you're doing urban planning. But densifying trees, yeah. So if I stand here, my goal is to not be able to see through there. So I definitely need one right here. So at this point, what I'm doing, yeah, just standing here. Can I see through there? Yes or no? Yes, I can. Okay, great. This place needs a little tree. And yeah, it's gonna keep doing that with the biomes. I'll fix that. Don't worry about it. Everything's fine. Everything's fine. Okay, made a little bit of progress here. So let's try this lot here. Can I see the house? Only the top of it. Okay, that's good. But I'm really concerned about in between here. So that looks pretty good. Let's look this way. Okay, I can see through there. So maybe I'll add a couple more trees here. Maybe right here, to be honest. Maybe one there. And then it's a little bit of an opening here. So I'll paste it there. And then maybe I'll paste one. That's, nope. Come on, Matt. Get it together. There we go. Okay. And then one right there. So if I come back this way, I can still see through there. And I can see a little bit through here. So maybe I'll paste one right here as well. That's a little too close to the tree. Maybe I'll go down by one. The challenge is you don't want to eat too much into this space, but you also want it to be quite dense throughout. So let's actually see where it's thin. And that tends to be right here. So yeah, okay. Paste a couple right here. Very nice. Looks good. And another one right here. Again, I have that G mask on so that it's not going to dig into the ground or other trees. That looks okay. So flying around here. That looks pretty decent. I may... You know, I think I could use a couple tall trees. I do like this. This is all natural here. And by natural, I mean it was made with World Painter. Obviously, none of this terrain is like default Minecraft terrain because it's actually gorgeous. Even though, well, the new Minecraft terrain is actually quite pretty. But you guys know what I mean. So we're going to take a look here. This is a little bit thin, so I'm going to put something right about here. Okay, just got to be careful. I could actually use some lower ones as well. These ones are still quite low. Maybe I'll use a little bit of brush magic here in a little bit, but we'll keep going with this. Quite thin through here. Don't mind that. We'll come back and fix that. Oh, never mind. I just fixed it automatically. Very nice. And this one's looking a little skimpy. What do you want, skimpy trees? Get out of here. I'll fix that. Easy solve. Easy solution. I know what I'm talking about. Then looking through this way, this is looking a little thin. Add a little something here. I know it's probably not helping a whole lot, but that's all right. Okay, I'll figure it out here in a minute. I know I say that every 3 seconds, but I will figure it out, I promise. Oh, this one's looking pretty thin. But honestly, part of the challenge that I want to give to the people that do end up building here is, first of all, a lot of them are on diagonals. You could still build like a pretty boxy one if you wanted to, but especially this one. This one's quite thin. So this one's definitely going to be a challenge, which if you're building in Andea, I already know that you're up for it. Okay, let's go back to the trees. Let's grab one more type of tree. Maybe one that's a little bit more bushy and kind of sprawls out a little bit, but is still going to fit in quite well, I hope. Yeah, let's see if we can find something. Now, ideally, if I could find sort of a medium-sized tree, this one feels a little bit too tall, but I'm sort of looking for this level of bushiness. These ones, I feel, are more tall than bushy. These ones are nice, but I don't know if I want the colored ones. I want ones that are going to blend in. These are too tall. Let's see, what else do we have? So basically what I'm looking for is, I'm fine if like this section, there's no leaves. Like this one could work actually. That's not a bad. Okay, this is a contender. But yeah, I kind of want to fill up this like medium area in between. The low is okay. The high is fine, right? Because I have like those big pine trees that are going to stick out up top, and I don't really want this to compete with it too much. Maybe a little bit, but not too much. So I just have to be careful with that. So we're just kind of filling out the medium. I should make a video about how to design trees, like how to mix in your trees. Or I could just refer you to this video, but I don't think people are gonna watch however long this video is just to figure out how to put trees. Ooh, I like these ones. I really like these ones. I use these ones in Monstera sometimes. This one I might actually like more. Let's try this one out. Let's see how this one works. Okay, let's give it a try. Let's start over here. Paste -A, -B. I should still have my G mask on. Yep, looks good. That's not bad. Oop, I'm cutting into that little tree there a little bit. Even though I do have a G mask on, but I want to separate it just a touch. There you go. Look at that. That's a nice looking tree. So just for scale, if I paste one in right here and then try to fly out. Okay, come on. There you go. So it goes up to here. It just adds a little bit of extra bushiness on top because these are the smaller ones which go to here. So these are a good 4 or 5 blocks taller. So yeah, I mean, I think that looks pretty decent. And if we paste another one, actually I want to leave this open. But let's see. Let's try one right here. What about this one? Paste -A, -B. I gotta, oh man, the biomes are gonna be a bit of a pain to fix, but yeah, look at that. Sorry, if you see me walking slowly, these are berry bushes, which apparently slow you down. But yeah, look at that. It kind of sticks out a little bit, but it's not too crazy. Yeah, that's nice. And it kind of adds a bit of a different green color because most of this is pretty dark. So these ones, I don't know, it kind of adds a nice little accent without going too crazy. And we're just going to do the same thing. So you can definitely see through here to that other plot. So if let's see. Okay, got to be careful. You have a bit of an open space here. Paste -A, -B. All right, there you go. Kind of densifies it a little bit. I am concerned about right here. So maybe if I can place a tree down here a little bit. This is, ooh, that's a good spot. Put it right here. So now if we fly back this way, there you go. It's a lot more dense there. So it's a little bit harder to see. There's a little bit here. I don't think it's going to be perfect. Again, I'm going to have to come back and just build by hand, I think. Throw a couple more here. Another one right there. Make sure that's connected to the ground. Looks good. Okay. All right. Now I'm going to do one last check. Definitely need one there. There you go. All right. It adds quite a bit of variety, which I do like. Okay, I want to make this lot a little bit more thin, right? Because these ones are quite thin. They're small. This one is a little bit larger, but I think it's bigger than this one. So I do want to bring it down a little bit and then kind of bring this closer to the beach, right? Because those trees go pretty well most of the way down. I'm going to put this one right here, because it is supposed to look somewhat natural, right? And you're not going to be building all the way down here anyway. It's going to be one of the requirements. You can't build all the way down to the beach. Unless you talk to me, and then we can figure something out maybe. But yeah, all right. Looks pretty good. Now it is time to go back, and we're just going to change this. Set biome forest. Now let's keep an eye out. So see, you gotta have a good eye for this stuff. Spot little things like this. There you go. Just kind of keeping an eye out. Where do we got? See, tree right here. Select. Set biome forest. There you go. Okay. Anybody else hiding? Hello, trees. I am coming for you. You cannot escape the set biome forest. I don't know where you are. Hello, trees. Oh, there you go. There's another one. There you go. Okay, set biome forest. And then I see another one hiding right here. Same thing. Now, okay, listen, if you're building a neighborhood on a very, very large scale, then yeah, this can definitely get quite tedious. But I think that's part of the creative experience, right? You kind of have to do some of this stuff, some of this little mundane stuff. I think it's good for you. I think it's just kind of a good rule of thumb for life too. Like, not everything can be exciting, and sometimes it can be fun to do I'm using air quotes here, but boring stuff. You gotta learn to enjoy it. These ones look good. Good looking trees. I did not make these trees, by the way. Oh, aha, found one. You're hiding in there. Let me get you. Gotcha. All right. Anybody else? Come here. Come here. Get over here. Get over here. Where are the trees hiding? Nothing, nothing, nothing. That looks good. That looks good. Yeah. Oh, I'm using a cinematic mode right now. That's why my mouse is so smooth. I really like when I'm flying around, and I feel like it's probably entertaining for you guys too, because it's so smooth, right? Like I can just move my mouse in any direction. It's going to be smooth until my frames drop, and then it's pretty awful. Anything else here? Whoop, whoop, whoop. Found a little one. There you go. Come here. Whoop. Cinematic mode. Work with me here. Set biome forest. Nice. There we go. And then there's a little bit here. So if I take this, kind of come over this way. Set biome forest. Solid. Looks good. Oh, another one hiding here. Zip biome forest. Alrighty. And then is there anything else over here? Don't believe so. Right, this one is normal. It's supposed to be like that. Yeah, that looks pretty decent. Check that out. Haha. So that is an extra 4 lots. If you are a specialist or even a builder 3 on Cubed, play.cubed.community for Java 1.14.4. Use /apply to apply for ranks. You can only apply one at a time though, so just keep that in mind. But yeah, if you are an Andea builder, because I know some of you guys watch this, yeah, let me know if you want to plot in Lynnridge. There will be a lot of architectural requirements, but it's a pretty cool spot. Okay, so another thing that I need to do, similar to this one, I'm going to go down here, and I'm going to take these markers, and I'm going to figure out how to get driveways from here over to these lots. That is going to be a bit of a challenge. Hello, Cloud. How you doing? I also have to figure out how to attach it to here, because this was not originally in Andea. This was in, well, Monstera when it was its own separate world, if you guys remember that. Very, very briefly. And then I'm like, man, I miss building with people, because it was just me. And then I'm like, I'm going to put it all in Andea. So that's what I did. But yeah, I got to figure out how to attach this one. I could also just leave this one as a path, to be honest. I could. I don't know if I'm going to. But for these ones, I'm not sure. You know what? Maybe as people claim them, I will say, hey, don't build a driveway yet, but build a little, a little spot on this edge over here, so that if you want to have a driveway, then you can. If not, you can just have a little ATV trail or something like that. But yeah, again, the intention for this is to be quite rural and to hopefully not be able to see your neighbors for the most part. But yeah, this is a pretty cool area. I will mark it out though, so that's what I'm going to do right now. I will mark it out. Okay, so you have that lot that we previously made. Then you have, get out of here, clouds. 1, 2, 3, 4, and they all have to connect sort of over to this road. So if I fly way up here, there we go. Okay, so one's got to go kind of this way. You're probably going to have to do a bit of a notch cut into the terrain here. That's going to be challenging, but I'm just going to mark it out. I'm more of a surveyor right now. That's sort of what I'm doing. Okay. Let me go think a little bit, and then we'll be right back. All right, for this first one, I think I'm going to connect it through here. I think that's relatively straightforward, so maybe these two are going to get cut down, which I think is okay. So we'll do this. It has to be within direct line of sight, so I got to get rid of some of this grass. Get that out of here. Okay, let's put this one right here. It's going to cross the ATV trail. I don't know if this is going to end up being paved. Ideally, it would be gravel, which would be kind of nice. But yeah, we'll see how it goes. Another one there, direct line of sight. Nice. Okay, now which direction am I going? Do I want to cut straight that way? Because if I can avoid some of these trees, that would be great, but it's quite dense. So I want to cut down the least amount of trees possible. I think the path of least resistance is straight through here to cut down this one. I think that's probably the best way to do it. Okay, let's do that. And then this one. Yeah, there you go. Okay, all right. And then this one is going to connect right there. Okay, not too bad. There you go. So it's going to cut in there and across here. Okay, that is driveway number 1. Let's go to driveway number 2. Okay, so the road's there. This is plot number 2. You do have this other house that is going to be there. One option that I could actually do is bring the driveway from about here. See that little opening? Bring it here, go up the ATV trail, and then connect. See the markers there? Connect to that one. Because that is also common, especially in rural areas where they will basically combine their driveways. So maybe I'll do that, actually. That's not a bad idea. So now I just have to find the path of least resistance. Basically meaning don't cut down my trees. All right, so this is the first one. I just added this. Maybe if we go down this way, I'm probably just going to put it on the side of the ATV trail, to be honest. A little something like that. Fly up, make sure I'm going the right direction. Okay, so I'm trying to connect to here. All right, definitely going to have to cut down some trees. That's tough. Maybe we can cut straight through here. Gonna have to cut down a few of these trees. That's okay. I'll get rid of some of the bushes here. At least close to ground level. Put this one here, make sure I can see that. There you go. Okay, where am I going? Connecting right there. Actually, it's probably easiest just to go straight up this way. So if I do that, put something like this. Something, whoa. Okay, cubed, what are we doing? What are we doing? Are we lagging? I think we're lagging a little bit. That's all right. Go here. And we're going to open this up, because these trees are going to get cut down anyway. And there you go. Okay, so that is the entrance to number 2. I'm just going to kind of curve this way. But yeah, actually, I don't think I need this one. Here you go. Okay, so there's 2. Let's move on to number 3. How are we going to do this? Again, we have to avoid this. We got to connect it to the road. Okay, that's going to be a little bit difficult. Maybe I might actually bring this road out this way. I don't know yet, because this is a lot of area. A lot of land area that we could develop. So maybe for now, okay, maybe these last 2 lots we're not actually going to... Okay, these clouds are driving me nuts. But yeah, we will not connect these ones to the road system just yet, because I don't quite know what I want to do with it. But we will figure it out. So these 2 are not yet claimable. These 2, yeah, we could work something out. So if we go over here, I'm just going to copy and paste this set of signs, because yeah, it's going to be complex. So I want people to talk to me first, so we can figure out what we're actually doing. Because this is not a... I mean, it looks relatively simple. But to get these styles to be consistent and to kind of get the general theme of the area, you want to give them guidelines. You want to give your builders guidelines, but you don't want to be too overbearing with it. You still need to give them the freedom, the creative freedom to do what they need to do. So over on these other 2, I'm just going to put a giant red X, and then I'm going to put some signs that says not yet claimable. There we go. There's number 1 and number 2. Okay, 2 of them have red X's. These ones say contact me. And then this one also says contact me. All right, there we go. I think that's probably it for this episode. If you're interested in an undergraduate degree or a potential career in architectural engineering, just like me, at least from a Canadian perspective, check out courses.alpine1.co. Check out my Architectural Engineering 101. Go check out the sales page if you are interested. I do have lots of info on there. But yeah, my name is Matt. Thanks for watching. You're watching Alpine. How do I end a video? I don't know.